for anybody who's come on after you posted it. We
Yeah,
can't see we can't see that message before.
Okay, well, what we'll do is thanks, Bob. What we'll do is yeah, we absolutely, Dave will repost it probably about 7 o'clock then. I appreciate you saying that. And the only house rules are we're just going to keep everybody on mute unless you want to raise your hand and ask a question. Dave is monitoring the chat just so we don't get any feedback. And we're pretty well ready to go. We are going to have a breakout room right around 7 o'clock. Penny will be breaking us out just to do a little bit of a lab together, and then we'll come back in and finish off for 7:30. Michelle?
All righty. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming back. And for anyone who didn't attend the first session, we will be able to get that PowerPoint to you as well. One moment.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There we go. We had some excellent questions from our last presentation, emailed to us individually or to our chair, Al, and some questions were just so, the depth of them were so enormous that we are more than welcome, and we welcome you to contact us if you would like to meet with us as a group individually. You know, we could schedule maybe 5 people, 1 person from each club, or 10 people, and have a bit of a step-by-step tutorial. We're a pretty big group, so if we answered all questions, it would, you know, we'd be here for a couple hours. One of the things I really wanted to stress, though, is there seems to be quite a bit of folks saying, I just can't get my other club members involved. I'm like so enthusiastic about this, and I'm ready to take the next leap into the next social media phase, but I can't onboard my club members, or there might be just a handful of club members who are willing to take this next leap. You know what? That's okay. For those of you who are here, you are committed to taking those next steps. And as I said before, when we're trying to encourage our own club members to be, you know, social media savvy, we're preaching to the choir a little bit. Our club members know all the things that we're doing in the community and in our district. The purpose of this social media gathering and initiative is to pull people in to Rotary so they can understand what we are doing and what we are doing so well. So today, we're going to cover a few things. We're going to talk briefly about Canva. That's an online app. It can work on your computer. It can work on your iPad. And it basically does a lot of the social media pre-readiness for you. We're going to discuss how to post to Facebook, and we're going to take a look at our own, again, district Facebook pages. We're going to discuss Instagram and LinkedIn, and then finally Twitter. And I feel like most of us might be somewhat savvy with Facebook. I think we probably all have been exposed and are comfortable a little bit anyways with LinkedIn. I feel the 2 others, Instagram and Twitter, that's definitely seems to be a more younger focus. I'm not that active on Instagram or Twitter, but as we're looking at our district and we're taking these next steps forward, we're going to want to keep engaging in those areas. So this is Canva. And for those of you,
Michelle, excuse me for a minute. We have feedback and I cannot find whose mic is on. So would everybody please mute themselves? I still hear something in the background.
There's somebody on a phone line, Penny.
Yes.
I think that's maybe what Sherry Miller. If you can hear us, can you please put yourself on mute?
I can't find Sherry on my screen.
Do you have one?
My phone says I was muted, so
Okay.
But I don't think you are.
I did that.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So, just want to, I still hear it.
Yeah, Greg Ledstone, I think your mic might be open, please, and also John
Yeah.
Maurice.
I just got Greg
Okay.
Stone, but there's John. Okay. Now they're
There we,
muted.
There we go. Thanks.
there we
everybody.
go. Perfect, thank you. I do want to make a disclaimer. I have no compensation, no rights, no kickback for suggesting that folks take a look at and perhaps subscribe to Canva. They do have a free, Canva does have a free component to it. If folks who are on boards or in your own business, if you're creating a lot of flyers or brochures, social media posts, postcards, all kinds of stuff, it really is, to me, the easiest format to follow. So when we get to one of the other pages, I will insert actually one of my own Canva pieces and show you how easy it is to do. So we're going to start talking right now about Facebook. And Facebook actually went public a few years ago. You can actually buy stock in Facebook. I don't have any, but it really tends to be one of the largest social media driven sites, not only in America, but around the world. So we're going to be discussing how to attract more followers, what kind of posts are engaging posts, highlighting the success of your club or individuals in your club, and then event pages. So I'm going to stop this PowerPoint for right now, and I'm going to go to my screen and pull up our Rotary District 7090 Facebook page. And I'm going to share that screen with you all. So as you can see on top, for anyone who does have their own Facebook page, you can go into the search. So let me get my mouse. So yeah, right here where my little pointer is, if you wanted to search for Rotary District 7090, all you really would need to do is put in District 7090 and our Facebook page will come up. So if we scroll down the page just a little bit, someone posted earlier today about our foundation grants and that $35 million have been donated, into preventing disease through our foundation grants. Going to keep going down just a little bit. Our Niagara Falls Rotary Rib Fest is posted. And we're just going to keep going down. And so I'm going to highlight this one right now. This is District Governor Frank Adamson. This is a previous picture, but we posted this on our Facebook page to start getting a little more action for our Pedal for Polio event that's coming up. Now, anybody who has Facebook right now, again, if you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, if you can get to your URL bar or Google search and pull up District 7090, I'd like to challenge each of you to try and find this post right now and simply give it a like. Now, I purposely didn't like it as of yet because I wanted to show you how this is done. Now, this is a little tricky because I'm a site manager for our Facebook page, but if you see where my finger is again, I can click that, and then these are all other pages that I manage, but I can go in as me as Michelle, and then click the like button. So all of a sudden, now we have 4 people who have liked this post. I can go back over here. And the reason that I have a few of these, like I have my own business, I'm on a few different boards. I manage our social media Facebook page for the Dunkirk-Fredonia Rotary, but I can go as the Dunkirk-Fredonia Rotary Club and then also post this or like this post. And now we have a few more people. Now, when we talked about last week, when we're posting to social media, and again, we don't want people to get burned out, but when folks are interacting on our page, if they're commenting, if they're liking, if they're sharing, so right here, we can see that 3 people shared this. So I can go on again and change to me as manager of this page, and we have a few managers. I can go to the shares, can click on the shares, and then I see where Jolanta shared this. So as my district, and then if you had your own Facebook page for your club, you can like that. You can like that she shared it, and then I can say, Jolanta, thank you so much for sharing. And then I can even do something like hashtag tag the spirit. It looks like, and then when I talked about last week how to leverage something, maybe I can say hashtag pedal for polio. And then maybe I can say something like hashtag Niagara Falls. And then all I do is click the enter button, and then that post is up there. I click the X button to get out of that. And then I can also look to the people. Oh, now we have a whole bunch of likes. That's exciting. So then I can look at some of the names on here. I can click this. And then each of those people come up independently. Now, this is one way how we can increase our followers. Notice, Elaine Richard liked the post, but she hasn't liked our Facebook page. So right here, I can click the invite button, and she will be sent an immediate message instantaneously. Would join or like, you've been invited to like District 7090 Facebook page. I can go down to our governor and hit invite him. And then I can scroll down and continue to see
medical advice.
all the people who've liked it.
Is it your sense that the White House has taken the precaution?
And then we have, again, here we have Tim. Does anybody know, is Tim a Rotarian? If Tim hasn't liked our Facebook page, I can invite him to like it as well.
Tim Straub is a Rotarian, Michelle.
Excellent. So I can continue to go, and I'm not gonna waste any more time on this, but I can continue to keep going down the list and inviting anybody who has not already liked our page. So just from me talking about this post, we've already seen a little bit more traffic. Right here, we have 154 people that we've reached. We've had 9 engagements, and we've had 3 shares. Now I'm going to exit out of that. And then we're back. We're back to our district page. We're back to this photo. If you continue to go down, let's see. Here's another post. This was a fun post. This is our public image team. We're talking about Pedal for Polio. Sometimes we meet very early in the morning, and I think you can just see by our faces that we're pretty excited about this. So this was a fun post to share as well. And you can see there's been 279 people that were reached. 5 people liked it. Rotary Club of Font Hill, that's excellent. Dave, Lisa, I think all these people have liked our page. One thing I do want to tell you about the Facebook algorithm, so we'll go very back up to the top. You can tell your club members. This holds true to ourselves, and this holds true to anybody we're trying to spread the word about too. If you click on the actual banner page, and then I think I liked it as myself. Yes, I did. I loved it. You're going to want to do that individually, like the banner page and like the profile picture, because then the district Facebook page will show up in your news feed more often. It's just Facebook changes their algorithms a lot, but that is definitely something that we would advise folks to do. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to stop sharing that. And then I'm going to go back to our PowerPoint right now. Very good. Oh, it's like I'm stuck here. Well, I'll get rid of that one. We'll go back. There we go. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Instagram. And again, I feel that Instagram might not be in everybody's wheelhouse and in their comfort zone, and that's okay. When we start getting younger people into our club, once we kind of hook them in and get them involved in some projects, we want to lasso them just a little bit and maybe put them in charge of an Instagram account. So some of the key ingredients to Instagram is when to post. That may actually vary for each club. Social media in general, if you're posting like in the middle of the afternoon, a lot of people aren't going to see it. If you post late at night, so that it's in the very beginning of somebody's news feed in the morning, that tends to be a good time. Also right before lunch. However, each area might be different. So when you do have these accounts, you're going to be able to look back and you can run a little experiment if you so choose and post at different times and see, without boosting it, without paying for it to be broadcast, when are you getting the most traffic? When are you getting the most engagement? Cross promotion on Instagram is really important. That goes along with the hashtags. Or if you're having a rib fest, and we talked about this a little bit last week, if you're having a rib fest, or if you're having a fly-in breakfast, or if you're having a Santa Claus parade, or if you're having a Rotary blood drive, cross promotion is key, because you're going to want to involve whatever other entities are involved in this one event. Is it a county airport? Is it a local restaurant? Is it a municipality? Because you're going to want to bring that site, that hashtag, or tag them in a post, because that's how you're going to cross promote. Building engagement on Instagram, I feel, kind of follows the same format as Facebook. So I'm going to stop sharing this for just a minute, and then I'm going to go back to my browser. Oh, hold on. Yikes. Nope. Okay, get out of here. Exit, stop share, hold on. Sorry about that, screen share. Oh, that's because this is, okay. And I'm going to go to our Rotary District 7090 Instagram page. Get that up there. Oh, no. And then sorry about that. There we go. So now this is our Rotary District 7090 Instagram page. I'm going to pull this bar down again and take a look at some of the posts, our most recent posts. And again, our district tends to post more to Facebook. We do actually have a very active LinkedIn page. Not so, you know, we have a few people that are managers on there, and they've been posting quite regularly. So these are just some of our most recent posts. Of course, we have our past Rotary International president who came and did that wonderful Rotary Web Talks with us. And so what I've been trying to do is things that we post to Facebook, I try to get them on Instagram as well. And the same goes for Twitter. So this is our most recent post on Instagram. And again, I followed a little bit of the same suit that I did with Facebook. Sometimes we might shorten our description just a little bit because Instagram is pretty much, you know, people are just kind of flying right through it. They're not there to read 3 paragraphs of information. For someone like me, that's difficult. I like a lot of words. I like to read, so I like a lot of information, but that's really not what Instagram is for. So we go down a little bit to the bottom, and this is where we talked about last week, asking questions, because we want to try and start a conversation with our Instagram followers. You're right, Sue. And the same kind of goes also, like if you're on LinkedIn or Facebook, you definitely can combine them. Sue just mentioned in the chat room that she uses Instagram first because it'll automatically post to a few other sources, and that's excellent. So we have the link at the bottom of this Instagram post. So if someone wants to find out more information or if they want to register, all they would need to do is highlight that and then put it into their URL bar, and it'll take them right there. We leverage this post with a few other hashtags. We're still trying to encourage everybody to use hashtag tag the spirit, because that is our own district's personal tagline. When Angela Carter and a few of us others were working on that, that was not used by anyone. So anytime you see hashtag tag the spirit, it may end up growing and getting a larger following, but that will always have originated with District 7090. So we did get a little traction on that. That was great. There were 10 others liked by one person and then 10 other people. So we got 11. Now, what you can do from that Instagram post, if you have Instagram, you can share it with all the people who follow you and who you are connected with. And then that will double, triple, quadruple in a very short amount of time. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint right now. Now we're going to talk LinkedIn. LinkedIn is social media for grown-ups, for professionals, for businesses, for employment, job seekers, companies advertising for positions. In LinkedIn, we want our profile to be as descriptive and informational as possible. We want our contact information in there. We want our emails. If someone wants to pick up a phone and call someone, is there a member of our club who's willing to be that contact person? We want to make sure our club runner website page is on there, or if we have an individual website page, we want to make sure as much information as on these LinkedIn pages as possible. When we're talking about how to sell our club, we're not going to be posting join Rotary for X amount of dollars per year. We're selling our clubs by what we are achieving and doing in the community each and every day. I have to tell you, I am humbled and taken aback by all that our clubs have done during COVID. I would venture to guess that we may be the top service organization around the world during COVID. It really is outstanding. And again, we kind of keep the good news to ourselves. So I'm going to stop that for just a minute. And I know there's a lot of back and forth, but I really wanted you to get a bit of a look to that. And then I'm going to go to my main screen and I'm going to pull up LinkedIn. And this is, again, our LinkedIn account through District 7090. Here we go. So this is our LinkedIn page. The cool thing about LinkedIn is they tell you if you want to boost your LinkedIn page, you want a little more traffic, here's some suggestions. Can't really add a true location because we're a large district, but let's take a look. Our next suggestion that they have is invite your connections. So all of us here, if you could just very quickly in the chat room, comment if you do have LinkedIn. So if you do have LinkedIn, you can go right ahead and invite your connections to like this page. Penny already liked it. So Elizabeth Booth, she's one of my connections. She does come to our Rotary meetings sometimes. She's not a Rotarian, but I can invite her to like that page. At the bottom, it'll say that I've invited one. Beth Starks, she's actually been a Rotary guest speaker in the past, so I'm going to invite her to like our LinkedIn page. Tracy is a former Rotarian trying to find some time in her schedule, perhaps, to rejoin Rotary, so I'm going to ask her. Adam Doles, I believe he's a current Rotarian. We don't see a lot of him. He's pretty busy. So I can go down, and I have a lot of them, so I'm not going to keep doing this, but I can go down and invite these people in that little blue link down at the bottom right there. I can click invite 4. Successfully invited 4 of your contacts. So Brenda has mentioned that she does not have LinkedIn. I've had LinkedIn for a while, Brenda. Probably in the past year, I've gotten to be just a little bit more involved in it. But again, LinkedIn is really that professional site that a lot of businesses, business owners, directors, belong to. So I would encourage people to get their own LinkedIn account. And then we're going to go back to the PowerPoint right now. And last but not least, we're going to talk a little bit about Twitter. So again, Twitter seems to be very much more popular with the younger generation, but it's something that we do need to keep a mind of. So trending topics on Twitter, politics aside, there's if there's a big event in our area, during the hurricanes that we had, during world events, and again, politicians use it a lot, those will be the trending topics. Of course, we always want to stay positive. If we can find trending topics in our area, in our district, or maybe perhaps in even other districts, we can tag on to them a little bit. Twitter is very different from the other sites because it only lets you use up to 280 characters. That includes spaces, that includes commas, that includes exclamation points. So that is important to remember. Again, you're not writing an encyclopedia. You are not having a lot of information, maybe a picture, maybe a few hashtags, maybe a one-liner, and then that's really all you're wanting to do on Twitter. I'm going to stop the PowerPoint completely at this point, Again, the link is in the chat section. So as we discussed last week, the power of a picture, how to use hashtags effectively. There's some extra slides on there that you may be able to access. And we're just a little bit over the 7 o'clock limit, but we're going to break out into breakout rooms right now. Before we ended our session last week, I gave you a little bit of a homework assignment, and I asked you to create your own hashtag. And then I asked you what other hashtags you might be able to leverage in your area. So again, going back to if you're having an event, you can pull that hashtag of the place that you're having the event at, or you can hashtag ribs, hashtag chicken barbecue, hashtag fly-in breakfast, and that will leverage a little bit of the hashtags. So in the breakout rooms, if you want to share, if you did come up with your own hashtag, if you want to share your personal hashtag with each other or your club's hashtag, and then the sites that we looked at today from the district, I want you to go back to those or simply Google Rotary International or hashtag service above self and see what comes up that sparks your interest or your enthusiasm. And everybody's different, and that's okay. That really is the power of social media. And so we're going to break out, Penny's going to break us out into groups now. Share your own personal hashtag that you may have come up with or your group's hashtag, and then check out some sites and share in your group what really is eye-catching to you, what you might like to replicate, or what you might want to completely stay away from. And then we will reconvene in about 7 minutes. Penny? Hi, folks. I'm I'm jumping from one room to the next. Hi, Al.
How's it going, Michelle?
Good, good. It was the group that I was just in was talking about some challenges with their lobster fest, but how they would promote it if they're able to have it in 2021. So how did this group do? Any suggestions? Any?
Well, nobody said anything yet,
Oh,
Michelle. We were sitting here waiting for somebody to come in to lead the group.
oh, okay.
I should say, in all honesty, I do not participate in social media. So
I give
I'm
you all the
attending
credit in the
I'm
world for
attending
being
more
here.
out of curiosity than anything else. I do not have Facebook or any of this.
That's
So,
Thank you for coming with having no social
No,
media
not at all.
experience. I appreciate that, and I'm sure your club will appreciate it at some point.
I'm fortunate enough to have two other members of the club attending tonight, so.
Excellent. Go ahead, Pam.
Michelle, did you put a timer on this? The breakouts?
I said 7 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So,
I might let it go for 1 or 2 minutes longer.
okay, just let me know when and I can
Okay.
bring them back.
And
Yeah,
then
I'll
will
just
you
hang
give them?
out.
Will you be able to give them a 2-minute timer?
Well, don't know. Depends upon whether I can find where to do that.
That's all right.
That's a new one on me.
So I'm gonna, since you're in here, Penny, I'm just gonna go to you real quick. When you think of a past before COVID event in one of the Jamestown clubs, what are some of the big events that they're known for? One of the clubs. I mean, I can think of that. Is it a diamond dinner or something like that the Jamestown PM Club does?
Yeah, they've gone to that, but I don't know that they're even doing that anymore.
Right.
They used to do the auction, the really big auction at the hotel, and then my club does the Buffalo Bills football party. Which
So
is,
if you were thinking of promoting that through social media,
mhm.
how would you promote it?
Hashtag Buffalo Bills football party.
Okay.
So,
And if you were going to post it,
or Bills football party, but probably Buffalo Bills because Bills could be somebody.
and if you were going to post it on your club's Facebook page or Club Runner, what kind of picture would you use? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you are. Because there's a main prize of like $1,000 or something like that. Maybe a picture of the last year's prize winner, holding up the ticket or money or whatever.
Or like a big check.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
check.
Excellent.
Something like
Paul,
that.
Paul, what about your club? Something that they're known for that you personally or somebody in your group would like to promote?
Hear me now.
I can hear you.
Okay, I can't get half the stuff working. I'm actually was supposed to be in another room, and John Maurice, when he talks, it cut everything you're saying is in our room, in our breakout room. Seems to be overlapping somehow.
Really?
Yes. See how John's muted? But
He is muted.
Actually has a telephone line in our group, and we're hearing everything you guys are talking about. So I just jumped into this room to see if maybe I could get it turned off, and then my headphones decided they weren't.
Well, it could very well be because some people are logged on twice.
Yep.
That it split it up that way. Okay.
Can you maybe put John in our group and put me back in there?
Which group is that?
Can you transport them?
I was with, can I go back myself?
Beam them up, Penny.
I know,
Breakout
but
room.
I don't know where he was.
Well, I'm just looking now.
Uh,
I've been assigned to room 2.
Room 2. Okay. I don't know.
Elaine, can you hear us? Or Courtney? Courtney, can you hear us? Huh.
Well, he left, and I don't think I did it. So,
I'm,
okay.
and
So
Elaine and
John,
Courtney are in the room, but we can't, are we not hearing them?
I just, oh, John, boy, that's interesting.
Michelle,
Okay,
we should
yes,
probably bring them
okay.
back. It's about
So
7:15.
what,
Okay.
we're in the main room?
No, this is just one of the breakout rooms.
Do you know which one it is? Oh, okay. Are you in number 5, maybe?
As the host, you're the host, so you can see the breakout rooms. I can't.
I can see them, but I have to scroll down through them, and there's 5 of
They're
them.
they are in breakout room number 2. That's where John's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I got to find where he is now in order to move him there.
He's right beside you. He's in
I
this
know, but
room.
I don't know what this number is. I'm looking for it.
Well,
We're in 1. Oh, never mind. I just found it. We're in 1. Okay, so he
I
does.
think we could probably go back to the main group now.
Okay, close
Yeah.
all rooms. Sorry about that.
Oh, good, Penny. It's counting down 55 seconds.
Yeah. That came up automatically. I've never done breakout rooms before, so.
All right.
But
Hi,
yeah,
Dan.
I can't find John in room 1, so I can't move him to. I couldn't do what I was being asked to do. So I don't know where. Maybe the phones don't show up.
The wonders of breakout rooms.
Right? It's interesting.
They have a mind of their own.
I see him in 4.
Okay, you got the best breakout group came back in, so you got us.
I think people are slowly coming back in. I don't see everybody yet, though.
Yeah, it takes a minute, I guess, for them to all when there's that many people.
Yeah. It always reminds me of like the little spiders in Charlotte's Web.
They're all
like go
coming
flying.
in fast now. Now it's going fast.
There we go.
Now
we are.
we're back.
We're back. Hoo-ha. I'm muting.
Well, you heard what happened. Kenny, are we on? Can we talk?
We're
Yes.
in. So apparently there might have been some, I don't know, technical weird things happening because one person was in one room, but apparently his voice was transferring to another room.
Oh my gosh.
It was interesting.
tweets under 100.
How appropriate for Halloween.
Well, as long as he wasn't on a porno site, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, we believe it happened with those people who were on 2 different devices, like on their computer and on an iPad or a phone.
Yeah.
And the system, when you say automatically assign, can't tell. So I guess when that happens, we'll have to designate those, Michelle.
So there's a John Maurice and then there's a John M, and that's the same person.
It's the same person, and the system must not know that. And so it put his voice one place and his picture another.
Yeah, he had a split personality.
He did. I'm sorry. I've never seen that happen.
That's okay. So the first group that I was in, and it was in Perry's group. And I gave Perry a lot of credit. He doesn't have any social media accounts at all. He's got a couple other people from his club here tonight, but he really just wanted to kind of just investigate and see what all this talk is about. And, anytime we learn something new, it's always very intimidating. It's not comfortable. And this is something, that we're all going to continue stepping out of our comfort zone as we keep pushing forward. Was it Jennifer? Jennifer, were you in Perry's group? And you were, I think it was Jennifer who was talking about the Lobster Fest.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so just briefly mention what if you had a Lobster Fest again in 2021 and wanted to promote it on social media, what would you try to promote? And then maybe mention the hashtag as well.
For sure. So one of the things that our club has done is we've combined with another club. So we would be looking at taking photos from the previous events, of course, that we've been running it for years, and taking photos of course, people enjoying, people doing the auction, different, even tables, groups will come and decorate their table that they're sitting at. So those sorts of things so that people can get an idea of, if they haven't come before, of what it might be like, and then also those who have participated in the past, get them kind of geared up for this year. Now, of course, with COVID, we're trying to look at perhaps a virtual event to either substitute or complement what may or may not be able to happen for the Lobster Fest next year. So we would be able to do Rotary Lobster Fest as far as the hashtag, our own local clubs as far as Rotary Dundas. And then we have a lot of different sponsors, so we could do some cross promotion with them.
Cross promoting the sponsors is awesome. It's a good thing to thank them for all that they're doing for us too. I don't see him on this screen, but I see him on this other screen. Ralph, I think you said you were going to try and maybe come up with a hashtag.
Well, I just tried it while I was on the chat room. I put hashtag Rotary Shredding Day while I was in our Facebook. And then I just Googled hashtag Rotary Shredding Day, and it took me right back to our Facebook, to the stuff that was on it. And I went, wow, that's pretty cool.
Any other hashtags that people thought of that might be worth sharing or a little more creative out of the box?
I'm not sure it's out of the box or anything, but Brenda and I do the Facebook for the Waterdown Rib Fest between the two clubs. And we use Waterdown Rib Fest as our hashtag. We also use Rib Fest at Work to highlight where the money goes that's raised at Rib Fest. And then we use geographic hashtags for Hammond and Cambridge and Burlon, the areas around us, to try to entice people in those communities to give our Rib Fest a try up here on the mountain.
That's excellent. That's really excellent. And did anybody, how about any social media sites that you visit now that you are impressed with, or you think you might like to replicate? Anything like that out there? Anybody?
A really good person to follow is Evan Burrell, Rotarian, on Facebook page. He's from Australia, and he's big time into public image. And look up his Facebook page, and there's also a public image Facebook page that he uses, and it's awesome because he has all sorts of things on there. He uses a lot of the Rotary International information and stuff that they use for posting, and you go in, you like him, and then you can share all his posts to your page.
Dave Schultz, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the site that we shared, that Rotary Hub Image and Ideas site?
It is. That's the one. I'm going to put it on the chat. I'm going to put a link to it right now in the chat.
And it's also on one of the last slides of the PowerPoint too.
Yes, he did put it on. And somebody shared Bitly. That's a really great place to shorten a link. And then somebody, Paul Crossman, shared in the chat social media management tools.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
This is a separate event that, but I was quite impressed. I was part of it this year with my family. Was the 40th anniversary for Terry Fox, and both the campaign, but also very impressed with all the social media. They really intertwined it nice. So you had lots of ways to get it out there. They made it super easy for you so that you would be able to do it all straight from their site. And I mean, if Rotary could come up with something like that, that we could centralize a lot of what we were trying to do, to be able to just drive people to one centralized site and then be able to post things both for your team or individual members. Like one of the people in my chat. Breakout room was doing the trivia. If you could centralize that and then have the trivia teams be able to send something out if they were getting sponsors or donations, or just even inviting other friends to join. It was really a very well done, very well organized. And then of course I got emails every time someone donated, and that type of back end they realize is sometimes challenging, but that's the bar was set high.
Would you be able to put just like the Google search link or something like that in the chat room for that, so everybody could have a chance to look at it too?
Sure. I'll do that
Thank
right
you
now.
for bringing that up.
Sure.
You know, when we're trying to reinvent the wheel in our clubs, and we're trying to reach out for members, and when we're trying to promote good news, sometimes we always tend to forget that Rotary International and our own District 7090 website, just our own webpage, has a tremendous amount of information on there. And so it's, you know, we tend not to have to do as much work as we think we have to do, because it's already quite a popular precedent to begin with. And Rotary International's seems to be the gold standard of getting everything out there, and the reading isn't that cumbersome. It's, you know, kind of step by step sometimes. So that's always another resource too. Are there any final, like, we are hosting a speaker on Wednesday. Are there any final questions, thoughts for the day? I do want to remind everybody again, this was 2 hours, 1 hour last week, 1 hour this week. Some folks made it on this time and not last time, and vice versa. It was a tremendous amount of information shared, a lot of information. And if we're not, if our finger isn't on the social media button, it seems so foreign and so out there that maybe we're a little hesitant with it. That's what our public image team is here for. We're here to answer questions. We're here to come and help you present, if you want, to your public image team or to your club. And keep the questions coming, because that's what's going to make our public image team better. And that's how we're going to all work together to continue to promote District 7090. Any final comments or questions?
Michelle, thanks for being our facilitator tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. This is the first step to something great.
I think Greg's got a question, Michelle.
Okay, Greg?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you too. This is my first time jumping on. I'm from the West Seneca, New York club. We do some things, but we have some room. We can do some things electronically for sure. So thank you very much for your help.
You know, I actually follow your West Seneca Facebook page. You do a great job promoting the speakers and the events that you have.
Good to hear. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Just as a reminder, session 1 and tonight's session 2, will be posted on the district website along with the PowerPoint. So feel free to go back and use them as a reference point. And as Michelle says, you know, we'll do our best to tutor, you know, smaller groups if you would like that, because it's going to take a while to get used to it all. We're also going to have a full training session probably in February. We need to do this probably at least twice a year. So,
Just another quick comment. When Tommy Grabasi from the Lewiston Niagara on the Lake Club said this exceeded his expectations, that's the ultimate compliment.
yeah, thank you, Tommy. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
I just wanted to send out a thank you to Michelle and her associates. Very interesting Zoom meeting. Thank you again.
Just really proud that you're here, Perry. I just want to tell you that you remind me of my dad.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It's a huge compliment.
Thank you.
Just before we leave this evening, I just want to remind everyone that watch tomorrow. I hope we're going to be announcing the full rollout of our website refresh and rebrand strategy. And that note will be going out from myself to your public image chairs, to your club presidents, and to your secretaries. So just tap them on the shoulder if you're not one of those key people who are holding office and responsibility, tap them on their shoulder and ask them about it, because we really want to get all of our sites up and running and having them look good. And social media is a part of that.
Al, if I may, I'd just like to thank everybody for joining in tonight. And Al and Michelle and Dave, the whole team, thank you so much for putting this on. We're moving into the 21st century. Some of us kicking and screaming, yeah, but we're moving, and it's great. I'm just as your governor, just so happy and pleased with all the work that you're doing, and all the Rotarians that are on here tonight. Just thank you so much for getting on board and getting out of the box and pivoting and all these COVID words we're now using. We are moving forward. It's all good stuff. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Frank. And I want to thank a big shout out to Michelle and to Dave, who are key people in our public image team. And if anybody wants to join the public image team, please reach out to myself, Michelle, or Dave. We could always use lots of help. So I'm very proud of everybody who's attended both these sessions. Thank you so much. I know you're taking time out of your personal schedules, but it will make a difference. So to our Canadian friends, have a happy Thanksgiving weekend. And to our US friends, be well, be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Stay safe, stay healthy.
Wear your masks.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
You're on, I think you're on mute. There you go, John.
Michelle, David, did you want to talk about anything? Do we need to stay on?
Hi. Michelle?
I don't know. I quick caught one thing in the corner. It said, why would you ask somebody to join LinkedIn? But then I couldn't find it after that.
Oh, okay.
But for everything I saw, I thought people were reacting pretty well to it.
Yep.
I
think
thought
so.
everybody loved it.
Great.
Well done. Good work, Michelle. Thanks.
The comment about Tommy made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Is that like the Heinz seal of approval then?
Well, it doesn't come very often.
Oh, good.
It's you know, he's great though. He really is
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
guy.
Good man.
No, I don't want to do that. Michelle,
All right.
are you on two places on purpose?
I am. I'll get off the other one. It's just so much easier for me to share it's much easier to share my PowerPoints and such from my laptop.
Okay.
And then because I'm technically challenged, that's why. I mean, I'm sure I can do it just as efficiently from my iPad, but it just rolls smoother for me from my laptop.
I don't, with I thought I was going to lock the meeting, but because we had 62 registered, so nobody else could come in, and so we wouldn't get hearing all that noise.
Right.
But there were 62 registered, and only at the high point, I think we had 48, 50, but there were some phones involved. So anyway, so I didn't lock it, and I don't know if that. But we didn't get bombed, so I guess we're okay.
No,
Yeah,
we
no,
didn't get hijacked this time either.
I'm going to have to sign off.
Okay, David.
Bye,
Thanks.
Dave. Thank you.
Bye.
And then Penny, last time somebody somehow saved the chat conversation.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I think it comes up after, so I'm going to try to grab it. So after we go off, I'll look for it, and so will David. Okay. All righty.
Thank you, Penny. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.